Hello and welcome along and welcome to our final video from Ohio and American Life Farming for Farming Simulator 19. Now Lancey Boy has said that he is going to be bringing this map to Farming Simulator 22. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to end today and leave it fairly open-ended to maybe revisit our farm in the future on here and continue on from where we are, as most of the equipment we have on the farm is either going to be in the next game or we know that the modder is going to be bringing to the next game. So we've got a nice open window for it here. My original plan today had been to be harvesting the soybeans, and we were going to jump forward a couple of days. Unfortunately, we can't. The crop hasn't grown. It's day 4 mid-autumn, and yeah, our crop hasn't grown. However, I can't jump forward a couple of days because that is our weather forecast. We've got rain today and then rain all day tomorrow. So we'd have to deal with the animals anyway if we did. So instead, we're going to fix a problem that we've been having the whole time on here. We've got our sprayer over here, and I want to go and grab that, and we're probably going to have to go down to the shop and grab a couple of bits. Here we go. A couple of pallets, a couple of tanks of fertilizer, because I want to try and sort these grass fields out. If we can sort the grass fields out, then that will be a really, really good place to leave ourselves on here. So let's back this around, and we've only got solid fertilizer in our shed here. So our problem is we've got sort of two issues. We've got solid fertilizer in here, and we've got a couple of bags of that, but nothing to spread it because we do that with our seed up. Or we've got our nice big sprayer here, which will mean the job doesn't take very long, but the only thing that has in it is herbicide. So what I'm going to have to do is we'll bring this around here, we'll unload this herbicide, and then we'll take our TLX down to the shop. There we go, herbicide out, and we'll now take the TLX down to the shop and grab ourselves some fertilizer. And by the TLX, I of course mean our old friend, the TLX 3000, which is our upgraded truck we got on here a while ago. As I understand it, 82 Square Studios is looking to bring this to the next version of Farm Sim as well. So that will be good news. There we go. And yeah, in our nice virtual farmer livery. Now I'm hoping we can fit 2 pallets on here. It's not a massive bed, but it should be enough space to do this. So let's pop into the shop here and pop into the pallets. We've got 3,200 for that, and it looks like we're not going to be able to afford much more than a single pallet anyway, at $3,200. Either that or we might have to borrow another 5,000. Yeah, yes, okay. I think we'll see how far this first pallet goes. If we find that we don't have enough space, or if we don't have enough of this fertilizer to do these fields, if it needs too much of a bump across the fields, then we'll have to come back and get another one. I'm hoping it isn't really going to be too much. And the field that we've got this the worst on is field 12. You can see that we've got this green here and this green here, and none of this really matches how the actual field is laid out. It's field 11 is about right, but yeah, this green here and everything doesn't match. Looks like we need another level of fertilizer across all of our fields anyway going forwards. But we're going to see if we can even things up and correct this problem. Because, yeah, this has been caused by our use of mainly slurry on these fields. There we go. And hopefully this will correct this. Looks like we could only fit one of these pallets on the back of this truck at a time anyway. So that's fine. 2,000 litres is not going to fill up our sprayer very much. But it should be enough just to get us started. I am not in the middle of that. Back this up. Bring this over to here. And yeah, and then we can just put that in there. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need the flatbed to go further with this, I think. Right, and then just push that on. The only trouble with loading something onto the back of these TLX trucks is they tend to have this issue where the suspension drops. And so you put the pallet down and the suspension drops a bit and the pallet gets stuck and you drop it a bit more and it just doesn't quite work. But we should be able to. There's no middle one there, so that will have to do for that. Right, with our TLX 3000 loaded up, let's head back to the farm and get our sprayer loaded with this fertilizer. Back at the farm, and what we want to do is just bring this up this side, our sprayer. Actually get turned around and bring it back. Looks like we've got some rain and some thunderstorms on the way. Not ideal conditions for this. Yeah, why won't this rain hold off? It's pretty annoying, to be honest. But as experiments go, this should work out fairly well. We need to move these out the way, otherwise the sprayer is going to refill from those first. So let's go get the telehandler and move those out the way. I've got the bucket on it at the moment. We had far less than a full trailer of soybeans off here before. In fact, last time. And, yeah. Not soybeans, sunflowers. Last time we had not a huge amount of sunflowers off field 27. It was less than half a truck, I think. Maybe about half of our big TLX, so about 40,000 litres. Right, back over this way and put these with the pallets we've got over there. These pallets are empty. You can tell that they're the empty ones because they don't have, they have the big symbol on them rather than the small one. Bring these Cortiva pallets over this way. And drop them down here. There we go. And they don't look out of place. Like that. And we'll get our second one here. Get that up. And then that is out of the way of our sprayer. We can fill those up easily. See if we can stack this here and make that look quite nice and fit in with what we already have. There we go. And off the top. We've not seen one of these telehandlers, only thing. Not seen one of these coming out for FS22, so we might have to switch out the telehandler when we come back to this. Otherwise, yeah, pretty well covered for everything we have on here. The X9, that's going to be in FS22. We know that we're getting a 7R like this one in FS22. I believe the Hardy Navigator is in FS22, although maybe not with these wheels. So yeah, lots and lots of this stuff should be easy to bring across. Fill this up. This will only take 3 of these tanks anyway. But we'll see how far this goes. Fill that up. Start up our tractor. And we'll see if this even fixes this issue. This is the thing that we need to find out. Is this actually going to be a fix for the problem we have on this grass field where it just isn't evened up? Is it too soon after we've put the last lot of slurry on here as well? It is a distinct possibility because we can still see the slurry from here. If it is, what we might do is move forward to the next day and see if that does anything. But this actually has quite a large reach on it, this sprayer. And again, it's one of those ones, because of the way it handles tight turns and things, it's one of those ones that, like our slurry spreader before it, can be a little bit of a pain. Right, turn this on, and away we go. And it is working. So that is some good news. Let's see if it actually works well enough for us to even this out, and that is going a very deep green. Now our first real test is going to be this little bit we're coming up to here. If this evens out across the top here, and that looks like exactly what it's doing, that shows that if you're trying to do more precise stuff with the spraying in precision farming, you want to be doing, or more precise fertilizing, sorry, with the sprayer in precision farming, then yeah, you want to do it with the sprayer and not the slurry or the organic fertilizer, because it doesn't adjust over the spaces like this does, and therefore it doesn't really even things out on the field. I think the slurry and the digestate and the manure is very much more used as a base coat, you know, a base amount to sort of bring the nitrogen up, and means that you have to spend less money to actually do stuff with a with chemical fertilizer later on. I think it'd be really interesting, especially later on when precision farming comes out in FS22, to have a go at an organic farm and just see if it's possible to run one with that, knowing that that is going to be an issue for it. Because yeah, precision farming without the ability to be precise is going to be a very tough game, or very tough setup to run successfully, I think. And I'm pleased this is working well. We've got a nice solid green field coming out, or emerging from this. The late autumn harvest would actually be quite a big one on here. I think what the thing I haven't done is done the silage clamp. We haven't compressed that and got that ready to cover, because I think had I gone on further here as we're running at the moment, I would probably have done another load off these fields, especially in light of the fact that we are cleaning up these issues that we have on here. And I'm going to very much have to keep an eye on that. Oh, caught on the gate post. There we go. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that going into FS22. When we come back on here, we will have to make sure that we've got as much of the bits and pieces that we have now on there. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm learning more and more about setting up maps from, or setting up the save games on maps and adding stuff in and things. So hopefully resetting us up where we are on here now shouldn't be too difficult. At the end of this, we will take stock and just go through everything, just so that when it does come to that, we will be in a better position to do exactly that kind of thing. And look at that. We have over half of the fertilizer left, and just a tiny section of field here to do. So yeah, we might as well go and spray everything else until we have completed this job. That is our little patch at this corner, looking much healthier. What was our harvest yield off here last time? Because we have significantly increased the amount of that we have, or the amount of nitrogen that we have on here. So look at that. The difference that has made. That matches so much better with the actual soil layout of here. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So happy that that's worked. Looking at this, we've got just under 1,000 litres left. We did all of that area with just over 1,000 litres. I think we might have enough to get fields 10 and 11 done with what we have on here. So we're going to go do field 11 next. Yield map on here. Yeah, look at this yield map. So we got 125% off this section before. We should increase the yield across all of these. We went as low as... what was our lowest there? 80% along those bits there. So, yeah, we can increase all of this and make a big difference, I think. I was hoping the width of this sprayer was going to capture all of this end of field 11. It's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up to this side here and give myself a big turn round as we come, and that should cover everything. This sprayer really does like to sort of maneuver on its own sometimes. There we go. Right. So with that positioned, let's bring it forwards and turn it on. And it is wide enough to get that section there quite nicely. And then we'll bring it round a little bit. And then we can back it up here and just bring it out here. And then do the same to go back along the top end of the field. If we can stop it turning in a weird direction. And with us backed up to that side there. There we go. Looking very, very nice. Can't quite see. Oh, the tip is just visible out that window. We should be able to swing this around now and get all of here. As long as we've got a decent amount on each side. Ideally, I want to line up on this top edge. Because that's where we're going to be going across. But that seems to be behaving itself fairly well. Let's have a look. Yeah, we missed a tiny bit up the top, but it still fertilized it. It still increased the nitrogen on there. So that's good news. And we can then just come down here. And this bottom corner is... had a really bad yield last time. So we want to get that covered as well as we possibly can. And last little section of field 11. And actually, we have a lot less fertilizer than I was expecting to at this point. It must have bumped it up quite a way when it did this. Because, yeah, that is... it's not taking quite so much now. Whoa, stop. But it's... more than I would like to have used. 450 litres may not be enough to do field 10. We'll see when I get onto that field. But, yeah, we may still be a little bit short here. Not the end of the world. We can get a little bit more solid. Oh, we can get a little bit more fertilizer. So, let's just see. Does this have enough to make this last field and get it done? So two things at this point. The rain is coming down harder and the fertilizer is being used quicker. I think we're going to have to go and take the TLX down to the shop and grab another Bowser full or IBC full. Stop that there. Because, yeah, there's not enough in this sprayer to do the rest of this field. It's going down quite quickly. It's like the field has been fairly well starved. Lift that up. I think we're having problems with the edge. Yeah, look at that. It just shifts around all the time. If you're going forwards, it suddenly turns with it. If you're going backwards, it locks in place. The trouble is, it kind of just does that randomly a little bit if you're doing small maneuvering. And so the sprayer moves about all the time and causes you to be off course like that. Right, and forwards, a little bit further over, and start it up again. Hopefully that will get us a little bit further around this field. Last 40 litres, and it looks like we're going to have enough to maybe do this headland. No, in fact, I don't think we're even going to have enough to do that. We're going to fall just short at that point there. So what I'm going to do is get TLX, go grab us another one of fertilizer. In fact, let's borrow another 5,000 there. 1.38 million is our current loan. So yeah, down to the shop and another IBC full of liquid fertilizer just to finish this field off. And now with a $3,200 lighter pocket, we're back with the TLX. And we've got a nice big thing of fertilizer. There we go. Let's refill this. And nope. Oh, I'm gonna have to put it the other side, aren't I? Right, let's back it up. Get it around the other side. It's because it's not close enough to the sprayer. So just back this up here. Get that there. And hopefully we can get this to refill. There we go. And that is it filled up. And the pallet off. So we'll move this out the way. This has been such a useful truck, this TLX 5000. Sorry, 3,500. And really neat little feature in the latest version of it. On this side, you've got diesel, and on this side you've got repairs and mechanics. It's brilliant. It holds 1,500 litres of diesel that you can use to refill, and you can service on the go on your fields, which is just such a brilliant piece of kit. I absolutely love that truck. Right, let's get this over here. Start her up. And away we go. 2,000 litres will be more than enough to finish this field off. This weather is why I could not go harvesting. We would have had to... We'd have done a whole load of work with the animals and everything. We're probably... I think with the way we're set up at the moment, we're probably about 2 or 3 episodes away from being able to harvest either the soybeans or the corn. So it was never going to be something I was able to do before we finished here. I am pleased we've managed to sort this issue out, though, with the nitrogen on these 3 grass fields. This is something that has been bugging me. Has been very, very annoying. And I'm very, very happy that we've actually been able to fix it. Bring this round. And yeah, we've even got a patch of grass there that's kind of failed to grow properly. It's always been this square in the middle of the field. But with having used about 250 litres of fertilizer by the end of this field, I think we are in a very good place ending this series for now in FS19. And I think we might try pick this up again in FS22. I love this map. It's a gorgeous American map. So much potential. We will have to come back here. For now, though, we're going to leave this here. Having sorted out our nitrogen, I'm really, really happy to have achieved what we have on here. We are a long way from finishing with this $5 million farm, though. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.